Ever sent a message you instantly regretted? You know that feeling, right? That heart in your throat, ice in your veins, panic as you scramble to hit and send or delete for everyone. You watch the message vanish, and for a fleeting moment, you breathe a sigh of relief. You think, phew, dodged a bullet. It's gone forever. But is it really? Today, we're diving into a story that proves digital silence isn't the same as erasure. It's a lesson about the screenshots that live on, long after the original words have disappeared. This story might just change the way you use that delete button forever. Let's set the scene. Imagine two people, we'll call them Alex and Ben. They were once close, maybe friends, maybe business partners. But things went south. Trust eroded, replaced by suspicion and resentment. It's a familiar story, one that plays out in offices and friend groups all over the world. The communication breakdown was slow at first, then all at once. Emails became shorter, calls went unanswered, and a wall of silence grew between them. But silence can be loud, and in this quiet, something ugly was brewing. One late night, fueled by anger and a sense of betrayal, Alex decided to break that silence. Alex typed out a message to Ben. This wasn't a message to mend fences. It was a weapon. It was filled with accusations, harsh words, and a clear threat. Not a physical threat, but a professional one. A threat to ruin Ben's reputation, to spread rumors, to undo all the hard work Ben had put into his career. Alex's fingers flew across the keyboard, each tap a release of frustration. With a final, decisive press, the message was sent. The digital arrow had been fired. For a moment, Alex felt a surge of power, a sense of vindication. He deserves this, Alex thought. But that feeling didn't last. As the adrenaline faded, a new emotion crept in, regret. A cold, heavy knot of dread formed in Alex's stomach. What had been done? This wasn't just venting, this was a line crossed. The potential consequences began to spiral in Alex's mind. A formal complaint. Legal action. The complete and utter destruction of any remaining bridge between them. Panic set in. Alex fumbled for the phone, opened the chat, and found the message sitting there, a testament to a moment of terrible judgment. With trembling hands, Alex long pressed the message and hit delete for everyone. The message vanished. The chat window was clean again, as if the venomous words had never been there. Alex stared at the screen, heart still pounding, but with a sliver of hope. Maybe, just maybe, Ben hadn't seen it. Maybe the notification was missed. Maybe it was all okay. Alex took a deep, shaky breath and tried to believe that the problem had been deleted along with the message. Meanwhile, Ben's phone had buzzed. He glanced at the notification on his lock screen and his blood ran cold. He saw the first few lines of the message, enough to understand its nature. The shock was immediate. He'd known things were bad between them, but he never expected this. This was a direct attack. Before he even unlocked his phone to read the full thing, his instincts kicked in. Years of navigating the tricky waters of online communication had taught him one crucial lesson: document everything. With a quick, almost reflexive motion, he took a screenshot. The screen flashed, capturing the message in its entirety, preserving it in a digital amber. A moment later, when he finally opened the app to confront the full message, it was gone. In its place was that hollow little notification. This message was deleted. Ben looked at the empty space, then at the screenshot saved in his gallery. The proof was right there. Alex could delete the words, but couldn't delete the truth. The next day, the fallout began. Alex, trying to control the narrative, started painting a very different picture to mutual acquaintances. Alex claimed that Ben was unstable, that Ben was the one making threats, that Alex was the innocent party trying to de-escalate a volatile situation. Alex was banking on the fact that there was no proof. The message was gone, right? It was just Alex's word against Ben's. And Alex was a very convincing storyteller. People started to look at Ben differently. They whispered, They kept their distance. The lie was working. Ben's reputation, the very thing Alex had threatened, was starting to crumble under the weight of these false accusations. Ben was isolated, frustrated, and felt powerless. How do you fight a lie when the truth has been erased? But the truth hadn't been erased. It was just waiting. After weeks of enduring the slander, Ben realized that silence wasn't an option. The lies were spreading too far, causing too much damage. It was time to bring out the proof. Ben didn't blast the screenshot across social media for revenge. That wasn't the point. Instead, Ben shared it strategically, with a few key, trusted people who had started to believe Alex's story. He simply presented the screenshot and said, "This is what was actually said." There it was, in black and white. The timestamp. The full, unedited text of Alex's threat. The angry words Alex thought had been vanquished into the digital ether were now staring everyone in the face. There was no denying it. There was no spinning it. The screenshot was irrefutable. One by one, the people who had been swayed by Alex's lies saw the truth. The whispers stopped. The sympathetic looks directed at Alex turned into looks of disappointment and distrust. Alex's carefully constructed narrative of victimhood collapsed like a house of cards in a hurricane. The lie was shattered by a single, simple screenshot. The aftermath was profound. Alex wasn't just exposed, Alex's credibility was destroyed. The very reputation Alex had tried to ruin for Ben was now the one in tatters. Trust, once broken, is incredibly hard to rebuild, and when it's shattered by such clear deception, it might be lost forever. Alex learned a brutal lesson: the delete button is not a time machine. It doesn't undo the act. It doesn't erase the impact. And in the digital age, it almost never guarantees erasure. Someone, somewhere, might have a copy. A screenshot. A recording. A memory. So, what's the real takeaway here? It's not just about not sending angry messages. We're all human, we make mistakes. The deeper lesson is about understanding the permanence of our digital footprint. Every word we type, every picture we post, every comment we leave exists in a space that is far more permanent than we think. Hitting delete might give us a sense of control, but it's often an illusion. The real control comes before we hit send. It comes from pausing, breathing, and thinking about the potential consequences. Is this message kind? Is it necessary? Is it true? Will I stand by these words tomorrow, next week, or even next year? Think of your digital communications as being written in ink, not pencil. You can't just easily erase it. Even if you manage to delete the original, copies can and do exist. This story serves as a powerful reminder to act with integrity, not just in person, but online as well. Because in a world of screenshots, your character is defined by the words you choose, even the ones you try to take back. The truth has a funny way of coming to light, and sometimes, all it takes is one screenshot to illuminate everything. Thank you for joining us for this story. We hope it gives you something to think about the next time you're about to send a message in the heat of the moment. Remember, real stories teach real lessons. If this resonated with you, be sure to follow Moral Compass 01 for more content just like this. Stay thoughtful, stay safe online. And we'll see you in the next one.